Come on into the Banner Press Sports Corner. Thanks for stopping by this week on your preferred podcast platform, our website, our YouTube channel, wherever you find the Banner Press Sports Corner. I'm Douglas Hodell, sports editor here at the Brenham Banner Press. We're getting closer and closer to the start of the Brenham football campaign. The third-ranked Brenham Cubs in 5A Division II held their annual Midnight Madness practice this past Saturday under the lights at Cub Stadium from a great crowd of hundreds in the community. And they will travel to Navasota on Thursday for their only scrimmage prior to their season opener on August 29th against Huntsville, a top 10 showdown. It's going to be an absolute treat at Cub Stadium coming up. We got a treat for you today, though, as two Cubs are in studio this week to give perspective on the offense and the defense. Doyle Brown looks for a big year at the linebacker spot, while Cartelle Brown is among the loaded skill position group on offense. They are here with me today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by this week.
Yes, sir.
And Midnight Madness was, of course, the big ticket item this past weekend for the Brenham Cubs. How did you guys enjoy being in that environment with the people in the stands?
You know, it was nice.
It was enjoyable. Something decent, some smooth.
Yeah. I know. I mean, was it hard for you guys to stay up until midnight for that at all?
I had took a nap before.
No, I didn't.
I was good.
I was up all day.
Were you excited about the prospects of getting on the field in a contact practice?
Yes, I was ready.
Yeah, it looked like it. You guys had a very productive practice. Offense had some big plays. Defense forced a few resets of downs. It was a pretty quality session, I thought, overall. It's just, how did you guys think the whole practice went?
It's good. You know, we do it every day, so really normal.
Yeah, us defense, we knew every play, so you know it's kind of hard for them to get, some passes, some couple of runs off, making them mad.
Yeah. How much is I can see the competitive spirit already here between the offense and the defense. Just, I mean, how much does that show every week in practice?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day in practice.
Yeah. And I mean, how do you feel like that battle is going so far in the preseason?
It's going good, actually. We're just making each other better as a team.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have, and I mean, you guys have these huge expectations. I mean, the number 16 is everywhere within this program right now. Of course, 16, if you aren't aware, means the 16 games that teams play in Route to a state championship at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. How much has that mentality been built around the Brenham program this year?
We talk about it every day, and we have a sign above our living room. We touch it every day because we want to go to state. 16 mentality, and we will be going to state.
Yeah. How are you building that mentality?
I'm confident.
Very confident, huh? Yeah. How important is that confidence if you want to try and get to the state championship?
You work hard every day.
Yeah.
Go 100%.
Yeah. I'd imagine you feel like that hard work should eventually translate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just, I mean, throughout the off season, spring camp, fall camp, to get to this point, I mean, how much do you guys have felt like the foundation's being set for a potential state championship campaign?
Well, me, I had some injuries, had a couple of injuries. I couldn't do nothing really half off season, but then I got better. So I just work hard, and now I'm back good. Every game, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, how long have you been at 100% now?
Well, after today, I feel good, so I'm back at 100 now.
There you go. And I mean, how do you feel like your hard work so far is establishing the foundation for a big season ahead?
I'm gonna handle business.
You're gonna handle business.
Yes, sir. Every day, every time.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, and I think it's a lot of Brenham fans listening are like to hear right now as well. They like to hear that confidence. Yes, we're definitely giving them a shout out too. And I know, Cartelle, you had a bigger season last year than you did the year before. A lot of numbers improved: 31 receptions, nearly 600 yards, 10 touchdowns. By all means, a very successful season. Just how much do you feel like you can improve upon that season for this year?
Last season I wasn't really at my best. Was really going 100%, but this season, I'm giving my all. My last season, my senior year.
Yeah. Just where do you feel like you needed to improve upon from last year for this year?
Run every route full speed.
Yeah.
Block. 100%.
Yeah. So I mean, especially when you guys have a running back like Jacoby Dixon, I know the receivers blocking is probably a big part of what you guys are trying to do to give him the amount of holes.
Sir, man-child's gonna do it every time.
Yeah, and just I mean, as a wide receiver, it's just what does that blocking kind of entail to be able to give Jacoby big holes to run through?
I don't really know.
just kind of getting to a guy and stopping him, I guess, right? Yeah.
I really do pancakes. That's yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you get pancakes for pancakes at all, or not really? No. Oh boy, that would be a great incentive for you guys, honestly. But you mentioned running the routes at full speed. Just, where do you think you were going at last year?
75.
75. Yeah. And to get that 75 up to 100%, how much work has that taken over the off season?
A lot of work.
A lot of work, and I can imagine how much work that has taken. Kind of get it over to you, Doyle. Kind of the same thing. Numbers for you really ticked up from last year. Went up to 56 tackles last year. Had 3 sacks. Even had an interception and 6 tackles for loss. Where do you feel like you can improve it within your own game? Everything.
This year I'm going for 14 sacks. Whew. Yep, I'm going to get it. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
Way more tackles. A lot of tackles for loss. You know, I feel like I have improved a lot. You know, from last year because I have moved from linebacker to DN.
To DN now. Okay.
Yeah. So you know, when I was at linebacker, I don't really think that was a spot for me. So you know, I had to talk to Coach Youngs, make that move. You know, that's where I've been ever since.
Yeah, so correction to my intro, defensive end Doyle Brown is here. Do you feel like that position change is going to help you out with getting more stats?
Oh yeah, to be honest, that's where I really should have been. Now that I think about it, that's where I should have been at the start of last year's season. But this year, I want to say.
Yeah. Within your abilities, where do you feel like the defensive end position is a more natural fit for you?
Well, because, you know, I'm tall, athletic, strong, fast off the edge, you know. Our linemen really can't do much with me, so.
Yeah. And I mean, did it take you long at all to kind of get back into the rhythm of being a DN compared to being a linebacker?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I like being a DN way more anyways. Linebackers. Oh no, it's just
probably like getting to the quarterbacks and running backs a lot more with being a DN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. And just within the overall scheme of what you guys are working with this year, offensively and defensively, how much more improvement have you guys seen from the whole package this year?
We got a lot of runner-ups like Markel Lewis, Nate Rao, and then we got Chris coming back, so that's going to be even better.
Yeah. I mean, and that position it's loaded. Of course, your contributions last year, Chris Guidry's contributions last year, and mentioned Markel Lewis, Nate Rao, a couple of emerging
Can't forget about Tristan Shugart.
Yes, Tristan Shugart as well. Absolutely, a loaded position group for sure. It's just how much more dangerous do you think that makes this offense, having so many different guys who can do their jobs well?
A lot more, because one get tired, the next one step up, then really. That's it.
Yeah, so you've got this rotation built almost.
Sure.
Yeah, and kind of the same thing for you, Doyle. Just who are some of the emerging names you've seen really step up in practice this year?
Well, my boy Caleb and Jarraj Booker. You know, he's a sophomore, right? He's gonna be really good once he learns the speed of the game. And then you got Brooks, you got Colton, you know. Same thing like he was saying, the one of them gets tired, next one can come in. You know, we have a really good linebacker group. So, and then who else we got? Yeah, that's it. That's really it.
Yeah, and still more than enough guys to be able to come in, do you guys a good rotation and things like that. Just how long do you think it's going to kind of take for everyone to kind of get into rhythm as far as the rotations are concerned, as far as the ones and the twos and things like that?
Well, I feel like after the Navasota scrimmage, we ready. Like when we go down there, it's raps for them.
PTA.
That's all I gotta say. It's raps. They're doing too much talking.
Yeah.
Same for Huntsville.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Too much talking.
Yeah, and I know you guys are really looking forward to Huntsville, but I do want to address that Navasota scrimmage coming up on the road this year. It wasn't home last year. This year, Cubs traveling to Rattler Stadium in Navasota, making that short drive out there. And what do you feel you guys are going to be able to learn from scrimmaging and facing another team for the first time?
We really ain't gonna learn nothing from Navasota. They not really on our type of level. So really waiting on Huntsville. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I just want Huntsville. That's it.
Yeah, and I've heard multiple players kind of on that wavelength with you guys of really wanting to get to the regular season in that Huntsville matchup. But just, I mean, how important do you think those scrimmages are to be able to get pads on other guys for the first time outside of the regular season?
We need to see how our offense and our defense is going to be against a different team, especially because we got a lot of new guys. So we would like to see how they're going to do against someone else instead of us every day.
Yeah, and it probably gets you guys in a good environment to make sure that doesn't count towards the record at the end. That's always crucial too. But just when you get into that environment, just first off, before I even continue on with my rambling, are you guys excited to be able to play against other people besides yourselves?
Yes, sir. I've been waiting since school was over last year.
Yeah, because of course they've had all these spring practices, the entire fall camp. It's just been you guys on you guys, and this Brenham Cub iron sharpening iron a little bit. So, do you feel it's going to be renewed energy a little bit for you guys to face someone else?
100%.
Yeah. Are you guys? Does that give you guys extra motivation to perform well against Navasota?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I know this Brenham Navasota rivalry. It is a local rivalry.
Big rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, how much do you guys think about that?
Well, see, I didn't even know till last season when we scrimmaged them. I didn't even know that was a rivalry. To be honest, till somebody was telling me about it a long time ago.
Yeah, it makes sense too with the class differences. Them being a 4A school, you guys being a 5A school. That does kind of make sense for that to kind of be that line of thinking. I mean, what are your thoughts on the rivalry, Cartelle? Not much.
Not much. Really don't affect me because I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Right. And it seems like you kind of have that mindset no matter who the opponent is, I'd imagine. And then after Thursday is when Huntsville becomes right in front of you guys, the big opener, number 3 versus number 8 in the 5A Division II preseason rankings. And it seems like you guys have the same sentiment last year. You guys were super excited to play Huntsville. Sure. What is it about Huntsville that gets you guys fired up to play them every year?
It's like those guys, we've been playing them since we was little.
Yeah, seventh grade. And they've been beating us every time, every year in 7th grade. And then when we got to high school, all that just stopped. Because, we built our body up, we built our speed up, and, we learned more about the game and all that. And so, whenever we play them again,
it's going to be the same results.
Yeah, and last year's thrower had really kind of sparked you guys last year and put you guys on a great trajectory for that 24 campaign. Do you feel like that this game might put you guys in a similar trajectory again? Should you guys beat Huntsville at home?
Yes,
sir, 100%.
They're not winning. They're not winning.
So again, more of the confidence coming from you, which I like it. I mean, is that kind of the style of player you are to have that kind of confidence all the time?
Every day, they're not winning.
Yeah. Well,
nobody's beating us, by the way. Nobody's beating us.
Not even Gilmore or Randall, huh?
No, sir.
Where do you get that confidence from?
I get it from my dad. To be honest, I get it from my dad because he had talks with me every day. That nobody is better than me. Every time I step out on the field, he always tell me, just to do my job and just to always remind myself that nobody's better than me.
Yeah. Do you guys have a similar kind of confidence, Cartelle?
Sure, every day. Conversation he get, same thing I get.
Same thing you get. So you guys are hearing the same stuff, and I'd imagine that it kind of affects you guys in similar ways then, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just when you guys have to go up against each other in practice, is it kind of a different dynamic for both you guys?
Well, I don't really go against him.
Wide receiver DN, kind of a different position trait.
Yeah, but when I was at linebacker, I had to cover him a couple times. I really couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all.
Cartelle, it's just too fast for you, or?
Yeah, too fast. I couldn't do it.
So I know that's probably a speed you developed over the course of time, Cartelle. It's just, I mean, where did you kind of get the biggest speed boost over the course of your Brenham Cub career?
My junior year.
Your junior year. What was it about that junior year where you kind of felt faster in everything you did?
When I ran a 40 time in practice, and coach said I ran a 4.3, and I didn't know I got that fast.
Yeah, 4.3 is pretty fast. That is a pretty fast 40. And I know you mentioned earlier that you kind of want to run your routes a little faster. Just how do you kind of take that straight line speed and apply that to the different cuts and stuff that you have to do within your routes?
When I go to the field and I practice my footwork, so it gets me better.
Yeah, and imagine too, what's kind of the art behind those fast routes, the fast cuts, and things like that?
It gets me wide open.
Wide open. I'm assuming that's exactly where you want to be. It's wide open. And I know there is that quarterback battle going on right now. It's Aaron Upshaw, Hudson Hartstack. Certainly not going to ask you to give your opinion on which one's better or stuff like that, especially at this point in the preseason. But what exactly do both of those guys bring to the table that can be really productive for you?
They bring a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Confident in both of them.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel like their balls to you are pretty dang equal right now?
Yes, sir.
All right, and of course, you guys have all this confidence that you guys can run the table, win that state championship. Outside of Huntsville, who are you guys really looking forward to playing this year?
Randall.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, will be a third-round matchup again in the regional semifinals if everything plays out.
Gilmer, too.
Yeah. And Gilmer was the regular season loss you guys took. And I'm sure you guys have dissected those games.
Mental mistakes.
I was gonna ask. Just what do you think some of those mental mistakes were that cost you guys in those games?
Missed tackles, a lot of missed tackles on defense.
Not reading the offense right. Missing our gaps and everything. That's about it.
Yeah. Was it something that they came out and look you guys weren't expecting, or is it just flat out misreads?
The quarterback, he really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a great quarterback can definitely fool you guys a little bit. But how much have you guys been working on that to ensure that doesn't happen again?
Like defensive wise, or?
Yeah, defensive wise.
We've been working on it a lot, especially the D line, the corners and everything. They've been working safeties. All those we've been working a lot in practice, 100%.
Yeah, and of course this year, long trip to face Gilmer all the way over in East Texas. Does that bother you guys at all?
No, not really. As long as we come up with the win, that's all I'm worried about.
Anytime, anywhere, just as long as you get that dub, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure this comes without me saying, but wins probably feel immensely better than the losses, I'd imagine, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just. And as we kind of get along towards the end of our program here, just for this to be for both of you guys to this be your senior year, your last year at the high school level, just how much do you want to maximize this final season that you guys have here in Brenham?
I want to go out with a
state champs,
sir, because me and him, we've been playing together since we were young, really young. We started football together, same time, everything.
Yeah, I imagine that's a pretty special bond between you two to be able to grow up in the game like that. And just, outside that, the state championships and stuff like that. I'm sure if you guys get their lasting memory and stuff like that, outside of football, just how much are you guys looking to maximize your senior year?
Well, like after high school.
Just within this last year of high school, just what are you guys looking to really get out of this final year?
Respect.
The same thing for you. Yeah, and
I want to get out of this that class of 2026 is the best class to ever come through Brenham.
And I imagine imagine a football state championship would make that for you guys.
Okay, especially because even though I think they have got close, but they ain't. They never won. And we want to be the first class to win the state champ, and we're going to do that.
Yeah, and of course, Brenham in the 4A days were there, didn't quite get it done in Arlington. You guys looking to be the first to do that, and I know at this point in the year, maybe compared from right now compared to if you guys get to Arlington and play that, maybe it hasn't quite totally sunk in yet. But do you guys have a good idea of what that would mean to the community if you guys win a state championship?
It'll mean a lot. Everybody will be very surprised. I mean, I don't see why. I mean, just look at our team. We have a very talented team. Everybody on our team is really good. Smart. And we're just some guys when it comes to football.
Yeah, and of course, within this region, it's one of the toughest regions in the state between Brenham, Randall, Iowa Colony, Fort Bend Marshall, even teams like Liberty Hill, who you guys beat last year in the area around to earn the game against Randall. So many different teams in the region that can take this region and try to get to Arlington. Why do you guys think you're the ones that can get out of this tough region as regional champions?
We work harder than them.
Nobody do what we do.
Coach Jones pushes us every day.
Every day he reminds us 16 mentality. Every single day.
Yeah. And I've seen the practice work you guys have put in. It's immense. It's incredible how much you guys put into this. You guys, this probably goes me without even asking, but do you think that is the defining factor of what can get you guys to a state championship? Is that hard work?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we kind of get to the point now where we kind of mention again that season opener, August 29 against Huntsville, should be an absolute treat of that first regular season game. Also, the scrimmage on Thursday against Navasota. Varsity guys scrimmaging at 7 o'clock. Get there beforehand. You get to see the junior varsity, one of the freshman teams, scrimmage as well. Should be an overall great evening there for Brenham football in Navasota to get some pads on other people for the first time this season. I know some of you guys are all really looking forward.
Cannot wait.
A little self-esteem.
Yes. And I know a good scrimmage will probably really lift you guys up and really set you guys on your way towards that big game coming up against Huntsville. And we certainly want to thank you guys for your time here in the Sports Corner. We really appreciate it. Before we officially wrap things up, let's get some time to share some of those biggest headlines. In our latest edition of the Banner Press, you will read all about the Midnight Madness practice in our Tuesday Sports edition. Also, with the Brenham Cub volleyball team already well on their way to a bounce-back year, winning the bronze bracket of the Westwood Showcase. Really impressing over the course of that time as well. Also, information on Burton volleyball and the various cross-country teams in Washington County starting their respective seasons. Also, on our front page, all kinds of news. The Chapel Hill Scarecrow Festival to be discontinued after this year. That's some big news out of Chapel Hill. Also included so they have found $1 million they can use toward the Brenham Family Park over at the Parks and Recreation Department of Brenham. Still hopeful for a post office meeting from the McCall's office, and also how local advocate John Deans is helping out the area by putting the posters of the Ten Commandments on and across the Washington County cloud. You see all of that in our latest edition of the Banner Press. To receive all of that local information, take part, read it, look at the great photos, do all the great things with it. You can subscribe on our website, brenhambanner.com, or you can call us at 979-836-7956. Again, that website is brenhambanner.com, and the website is 979-836-7956. I know you're going to want to know all about how these guys do in their pursuit of a state championship. So you can subscribe through those two methods. You can also follow us on Facebook. periodic updates throughout the season as the games and the weeks progress. And you can also follow us right here on our YouTube channel. If you are watching that way, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel completely for free. No cost associated to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just click that subscribe button and click that notification bell as well so you do not miss an episode of the Banner Press Sports Corner. Again, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I've been Nicholas Hodel. Have a very good rest of your week. We'll catch you again soon here in the Banner Press Sports Corner.